Okay, so let's say you have an object, you have created an interface. Export interface, let's say basic details. Okay, here you have name, colon string, email, colon string. Okay, so you have created an interface where you have a basic detail. Now for in another API you need to create an API. Let's say this response you are getting from employee basic detail or something, so you created an interface of it. Now let's say you are working on another API integration. There you have around similar properties, but some extra properties are there. Interface, let's say person details. Okay, so here also you have name, string, email, colon string, city, colon string, state, colon string. Now if you see these both of the things, what is wrong over here? What is wrong or something we can improve?
It's both duplicate name and email.
Right, now these properties are already present over here, so why to write it again? Right, unnecessary line of code also you are increasing. Right, so
Yes,
in TypeScript we are creating an interface or a class, so we can inherit these properties over here by using
extends.
partial, na, I forgot.
Like extends, I think.
Extend
Hmm.
extend basic details. Okay, now you don't need to, my voice is low.
Audible, Chetan. Yeah.
Abhijit, check your output. Okay, so now you don't need to create these properties again over here. So you are extending or you are inheriting these properties over inside this interface. You don't need to write it again and again. Clear? This is the first point. Extend. Okay, this is an intro question ki they will ask you, like let's say you have created a class or the interface and some properties of it are already present into some another interface. Now instead of rewriting it again, how you can use the existing properties? So we use extend, and we use whatever the properties are over here that get carried forward over here also. So now if I create an instance of this person detail, okay, so let's say over here person list, or let's say person object colon person details. Right, now you can see all the properties are coming, name and the email also coming. City and state were from this, but email and name is coming from extended one. Understood?
Yes.
Everyone clear on this? Anyone having any doubt? These are small things, no one will ask you, but knowing all this na give you a different confidence. Okay, like Pratima has given, Daminis also have given so many of interviews. So by the time now you know ki yeah, questions are fixed, but there might be something which you don't have or we are not delivering the answer the way it is expected. Right? So confidence is the only thing. So when you know everything, right? Even though at that time you don't remember na, so you can show, let's say you don't remember this extend property, but you somehow remember ki yeah, if you have done this one or two times na, somehow you will remember ki yeah, it is possible. If you are showing that just confidence also ki yeah, it is possible. Right now I'm not able to remind, I'm not able to recall it ki how do we do that, but yeah, it is possible, I have done that. That confidence also will be more helpful. Okay, clear everyone? Fine. Then what is that other type or union also we have now, or unknown? Anyone knows unknown? We have any, let's say student colon any is equal to curly bracket, just like that employee colon unknown is also there. Okay, so somehow anyone have faced this question, difference between any and unknown? Anyone have faced this question?
No, Chet.
Okay. So see, whenever you don't know what type of data you are going to get in that variable, right? So either you go for any or you go for a unknown. But there is a difference. When you use any, you don't have to check the data type. Okay. When you use any, you don't have to check the data type. But if it is unknown, okay. So what do we say like that? We need a proper value check or something we do. Let me try like this. So let's say we don't store something object over here. Let's say name I'm storing. Okay. And what we can try is to convert this value into lowercase or uppercase. Constant uppercase. So this dot student dot to uppercase. Like this only, no? Case. Then constant upper 2. Here we will try with the anyone. So this dot employee dot to uppercase to yes. Okay. Same thing will over here. Now here you can see the variable which is with any, it is allowing us to write the up to uppercase. But variable with unknown, it is not allowing us to do that. Okay. Now, if I add a if check that if this dot element, how do we check the data type of this?
A type of.
Right? So type of, or what is the other way? One is the type of, what is the other way? We have two ways, right? To check the data type. What is the other way? Instance of something is there, na? Type of or instance of this, right? Okay. Now if you put this inside it, see, now it is not giving error because you check the data type of this. So when you use any, you don't have to check the data type. All the method will work fine. See, to uppercase is not giving error. But in case of unknown, whenever you do some operation with variable which is declared with unknown, you have to check the data type. Then only you can do some operation. Understood?
Yes.
I have faced this many time question. That's why I'm explaining you guys. Okay. So when you use student with type any, you with student dot you can use to uppercase, dot to filter, any method you can use, either array method, string method, number method, date method, any method you can use. It will break. That is a runtime error, right? Currently this variable has string value, and if you use to short date, obviously it will break, or to filter, or to find, it will break because it doesn't have date or array, right? But in case of employee, in compilation, in compile error only it will get you. Unless you add the proper data type check, you cannot use that method. Okay. So this is the difference between any and the unknown. Understood?
Yeah, Chet.
Okay. Now one more was
Student,
there
we can give number also, Chetan, because of that
here.
unsafe student. For student, we can give number also. It will also take.
No, it will give here only error because if the data type is number, you cannot store the string value.
No, in any we can give any, and we are checking. Accidentally, it was a number means.
Hmm. Here,
Yeah.
where you are saying before.
No. In
Hmm.
30, we are giving example student any some number was coming instead of string.
Where?
In 30 only. You are assigned Chetan, no?
Hmm.
Instead of number is there means also it will break.
Like this.
Not string, not on number.
Okay. See, it won't break because the data type is in any, na.
Mm-mm.
So
Okay.
let it be anything because it doesn't know what data you have it over here.
Okay.
Runtime it will break,
Yeah, sir. And
but
time it's
compile type it won't break. That's
break. Yeah.
the
Danger.
behavior.
Okay.
Okay. But in case of unknown, whenever you do some operation, always you have to add the type check. Then only you can do that operation. If you
So,
directly do, it will give you the compilation error only. Okay. So that is the difference between any and the unknown. Clear all? Okay. Now, whenever we do the API call integration, so instead of going with any, we create class or interface. There is one more thing. What is that? There is one more thing. We create a class or we create an interface. What else do we have?
type
Type. Okay.
aliases.
So export type student. Okay. Let's say we will have name, string, ID, colon number is active, boolean. Okay. So just like how we create class interface, just like that we have a type also. Okay. Now in your admin.ts, let's say you want to create student obj. Here you can give as, what is the name we have given? Student C, ID colon 1 is active, false, name, something. Okay. Just like how you are using interface, same like that you will use it over here. So type is similar to interface. Okay. Like interface doesn't have a class. We cannot create an object of it, just like that class, your type also. Clear? Now let's say here ID, I want to keep it as optional. See, if I don't provide the value, it is giving me error. So how do we make ID as optional? By adding a question mark over here. This is same thing in your class interface everywhere. Whenever you want to make a property optional, you add a question mark. Now it won't give you error. Make sense?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. So this is your type. So whenever you're working on Angular, interface, class, or type, three strongly typed ways are there. How you map your variable. Okay. Now let's say you create a variable. Let's say current roll number. Data type, either it can be number. Whenever you create a number data type, you have to initialize the value. You cannot assign null. It gives you error because you have provided a type as number. So you have to assign a value. You cannot give null also, undefined also. It expects the integer value itself while initialization. But let's say you have to initialize, you don't want to initialize with zero or something. So how you will handle it now? Got my question? You don't want to initialize with zero or any number. You want to keep it as undefined or null something. So how do you make it undefined or null? Understood question?
That's it.
I want to initialize this variable with undefined, but currently it is not allowing us to mark it as an undefined. So this is the data type. For this variable, this is the data type we said. Here you can add it as optional. Either it can be number or undefined. See, now it is allowing us to undefined. So for a variable, you can have multiple data type or any number of data type you can have. Sometimes it happens. While declaring variable, you don't want to initialize the value. From API calls, sometimes you might get an integer value or sometimes you might not get. So you need a proper strongly type like this, because sometimes from API call you might get a valid number or you might get an undefined, right? So this is how you handle it. either or. So one variable can have a multiple data type also.
Sure.
Clear? Okay. Now local variable. Let's say in this ng on init, I'm creating a variable constant roll number is equal to 1, 2, 3. Now I want to give a data type to this constant. It's a local variable, right? I want to give a data type to this constant. How do you give a data type to the local variable? Anyone?
Typecasting it in
Like this, colon number.
no number inside round bracket will pass.
Okay, no. Means you are saying like this, number and round bracket.
But before equal to upload.
Here also it will work. See, okay. Now if you try to store string value, it will give you error because the data type you have given. This is one way. What is the other way?
We can give us as
As, okay,
any inf.
as number. Why any? You know, na number you are storing.
Yeah, as
Okay. So either you give it like the traditional way, how you give it, colon, or after the variable value, you give it as a number, whatever the data type you know. Okay. Clear?
yeah.
Okay. Now let's say you have a variable status. It will be data type string. Okay. String, then how do we, or we give it or what? Let's try success or error equal to, sorry, it's giving error. How do we give or value? Or we can create a type also, and that type also we can assign. Means I want to create a variable, but what value it can hold? Obviously string only, but again in string, what value I can hold? That I need to specify. Type is a one way, but what is the other way? Anyone remember? I have seen it, but I'm not able to recall that how we used to do that. Type is a one thing. I definitely know type is a one thing. Let me create as a type. So type is definitely a way where we can provide like these are the values you have. Let's create export your type allowed status this or this success error or pending. Okay, so we created a type. Now let's say you have a variable where only these three types of statuses are allowed. Okay, so here instead of string you can provide this value. Now here you can see if I'm assigning, let's import. So here you can see if I'm assigning any value, we are getting error. But if you assign success value, okay, see that error is not there. If you assign any value apart from whatever you said, it will give you an error. So you're strongly typing what value a variable can have. Value, not the data type, actual value. What value you can have. So these are the possible values you can put inside that variable by creating a type and what values you can have and then assigning a type over here. Understood?
Yes.
Okay.
Chetan, another type you are expecting enum, type enum, like that.
Enum is there, but we cannot restrict it then. Let's try enum.
Okay.
So export enum status equal to curly brackets. So enum again we have two ways. Either we can use enum by number or by key value pair data. Let's say success first value. Why it is giving error equal to we cannot use. Error, then employee status colon, what is the pay, but status we cannot, enum we cannot give it as a data type. No, status we cannot, yeah, means enum we don't use it like this. Let's say in this variable, let's say data type is string and you want to assign some value from your enum only. So then you can use it. Emp status dot error.
That's
Okay.
yeah.
Now, when you talk about enum, there are two ways how you can create an enum. This is one way. When you create an enum like this get access as a number. Okay. See over here. It might be giving error for assignable to type string emp status. What is this error? emp status is not assignable. Success 0 we are getting. Okay. If we assign number. Okay. So see. For creating enum, there are two ways. One way is this, where you directly store the value. When you store enum like this value get access as an index number. So see over here. So if I print over here, let's add a debugger. I don't think this is running. So currently the value of EMP status will be 0. First value assigning. If it is error, 1 value. So when you create an enum like this, it gets access as a number 0, 1, 2, 3, how many values you have. Okay, this is one way. Another way is you can store the key value pair data also. So export enum employee status list. Okay, and here you can have success equal to, no, colon should work now. Y colon, let's try error. Okay, now you have created an enum, but there you have stored key value pair data. Okay, now here let's say employee status data type string is equal to employee status list. What is the variable we give? Status list dot success. Now you can see string is allowed. If I give number, you will get an error because what value you have stored? String. Understood? So when you create an enum like this and when you access emp status dot success, so you get 0, 1, 2, 3 like that. So this is one way to store the enum where you access the enum values as integer. But if you create a key value pair data, then whatever the value you have. Understood?
Yes.
You give it a try. You add a debugger and then you check how you are getting it. Then you will understand this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
So these are the two ways how you create an enum.
Okay.
What else is there?
Generic type.
Hmm?
Generics.
Means
Some reusable code with the placeholder T.
okay, generics.
Yeah.
Generics. Take an proper example for generic. I also have to check the generic. Something union was there, na? Union is nothing but that or. Uh, Union is nothing but this only. Whenever you add or symbol, na. So this is nothing but union. Either this or either the or, like that. Mm, I think yeah, that's it. I have faced till now. So any unknown type. How do you add a two data type for a particular variable? Enum, okay, and yeah, this check and extend. Partial, I remember something partial was there.
Partial
Partiality,
was utility types, Chetan.
where?
Actually, we have uh, if you have type means we will have some optional values so send it to payload no something if you have any interface or any types means object
Hmm.
shape that we have send it to a backend or any places in payload means we
Hmm.
can give partial means that will update patch values something
Hmm.
like
But that
we
is
don't need
different then. But that is not from TypeScript, no?
yeah,
In
TypeScript the utility types only, but instead of we are giving it optional for all the things in
properties. Hmm.
properties, but partial will take all the things are defaultly optional only.
Okay. In C sharp, we have partial means when you created two classes with the same name, but when you compile, both the classes will merge, act as a one. So that is partial. But here we don't have it then like that.
Yes.
What you are saying is different. Okay, so you are saying if you know, like we create an interface
Yeah.
and we add it's optional like this. So instead of doing this,
Doing this, yeah.
we can mark it as a partial.
Yes.
So we create a new type then, right? Type export type mm, label student is equal to partial and the student. Like this only you are saying, no?
No, Chetan.
Hmm.
Actually, for example, interface
Yeah, same
like
only.
yeah, correct only correct. Yeah.
Correct. Now, see now all the
All
properties
the
are
things
optional
are
now,
yeah, correct,
right? Ah.
correct.
Okay. So instead of giving all the partial, you can make the whole object as a nullable. All the properties will be optional now. So you can see if I hover on it, name, question mark, all the properties are optional, just like this only. Now instead of using this, you will use it, right?
Correct.
Let's say in one component, let's say this interface you are going to, or this type you are going to use it in three component. In one component, all the properties you need is are optional. So instead of using this, you will use it, right?
Yes.
So that is a use case partition. Yeah, I somehow remember it.
Okay.
In my Caterpillar project, I have seen partial so many times.
Okay.
Okay. So these are the small things from the TypeScript. Again, no one will go this much deep, but you don't know. Okay. But having this knowledge, as I said, now it brings you the confidence. Try to, there should not be any topic or any something which you don't know anything when we talk about Angular or TypeScript or even HTML, CSS or JavaScript. There should not be any topic which you don't know at all. You should not say no, okay, I don't know this. Something you should be able to explain. Even with little bit of confidence also it is okay. You don't know, you don't remember the exact code, that is also okay. But something you should be able to tell them. Okay, so practice these things again, listening to this, and when I'm explaining it looks very easy, give it a try, write it down yourself, then only you will remember it when someone asks you. Okay, so these are the things, small things from TypeScript they might ask in the Angular interview.